What's going on, everybody? It's me again, it's Doc, and welcome back to Space Engineers. It's been a little bit since we've been on Space Engineers. I think it's been about a week at this point, give or take. Maybe a little less, I don't remember. But yeah, anyway, we're back on Earth here with the Forge, and we're gonna get some hydrogen fuel to start refueling the base. So let's go ahead and climb on up and dig up some ice. Now, there's one thing I really enjoy about the Forge, and it's the drill mechanism that I never really use. But when I do get to use it, it's so much fun. Because look at that, and I can like stand on this and write it down, but I choose not to, because I choose to look at it. I think it's really cool. And all this ice that we're going to be picking up, it goes straight into a large cargo container, but also there's a couple of oxygen hydrogen converters that can convert the ice into hydrogen fuel before we even get back to the base. So that's going good. It's always a good thing to have a bunch of those, but there's a lot more on the base, a lot more easily accessible. Okay, keep that down there for a second. Now we rewind. Go ahead and pull it up pretty quick. I don't think it'll catch on to anything. Shut down drills and turn off the pistons for power consumption reasons. Yeah, we got a couple of these too that are just automatically converting, and they should be filling up our tank. So if we get into an emergency on the way back, we should be fine. Now, I do want to show you how much ice we just picked up. We got a full container here, nearly a full container right there in the middle. So, that is quite a bit. I have no idea if we'll be able to fly yet, but we're going to try it anyway, because why not? Alright, let's have a crack at it. Alright, we're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna try and get back to the base while severely over encumbered. Alright. We are gonna get there pretty quick, so I will see y'all back at the base. Level it out. Okay, so we are parked, but not good. That's not it either. That ain't it. Okay. Are we connected? That's the big question. Let's go and make sure. If we aren't connected for any reason, well, yeah, should be good. Should be connected. So now what we want to do is we want to check the status of all these. And they are filling up very nicely. But for now, I kind of also want to think about building something. And I need to get that off recharge, but yeah, it's probably for the best if I take that off recharge. Now, we need to focus on building a dedicated wind farm, because sure, while this little wind farm is nice, it ain't enough. It really just ain't. So, let's see what we can build, and yeah. So we're gonna want about 100 of those, and at least a dozen interior plates. Half of those. 100 regular steel plates, 50 interior plates. To maybe get this wind farm started. Now, one thing I could do is I could tear this whole little thing up, because I'm not really using this at all. So yeah, I'm gonna tear this thing up, and I'll see y'all in just a minute. And we're done. So I managed to get about 207 plates out of that. That is ridiculous. I don't even know. I think I built that to land the forge on, but we're not using that anymore, so good times. Alright, so let's go see about trying to build ourselves a dedicated wind farm. Now, where? Oh, where? Plastic armor, for sure. Um, as much as I want to build out that way, that would ruin my view from my little area. So let's go out beside the factory. Because I do believe going out beside the factory here I do believe going out beside the factory here would be a better idea for a wind farm. Alright. This should cover it, I think. If it doesn't, it just about does. Yeah, we got it. Let's go ahead and just get a couple of these, because I really want to start messing with the drone. And, I don't want to do this in a way that's going to make me run out of time. So, let's go ahead and grab ourselves the landing gear. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So we'll start with a large cargo container. And we probably do need to finish it, but I know on the back we have the connector. That's how it's going to be able to sort of put itself back in place. Go ahead and weld that up the best we can. So then all these sort of AI controls, I need to go ahead and weld this up. So let me throw as many pieces of that as I can in. So what's really cool is I actually thought up the name for these drones a while back. So there's one type of drone that I'm gonna build, which is, of course, this drone. And I'm thinking I don't want it to be that color. I want it to be plastic. So touch points are gonna be blue. Basically, framework is red, and control is white. Because there's a little theme that I'm kind of doing with this, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. And Rosie takes flight. I probably need to stop her. Okay, lost connection. Good. Now I can move around, and that's probably important because I haven't been able to do that for a second. I probably do need to get everything done. Okay. So we need to build Rosie a charging dock. But also, eventually I'm going to put a projector on Rosie and save her as a projection so that I can build a welding machine that will automatically reproduce Rosies at any given point that I need them. And yes, the whole Rosie thing is Rosie the Riveter. You know, American culture and all. I thought it was pretty neat. I thought it was kind of a little fun nod. Okay, so I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put Rosie. I think Rosie should go... where would Rosie fit anyway? Maybe just connect her to the factory. No, it has to be connected to something reasonable. I mean, I could. That would be mentally unstable of me, but... I mean, I could do that. A connector up there. I don't know about that one. So let's just, Tell you what, let's take Bridget off charge. She's solar powered anyway. She'll be fine, I'm sure. Set her down real easy. Just set her to recharge up there. So now, what we want to do is we want to take our grid here and extend this out a bit so that we can build Rosie a proper charging station. Yes, I do know we will build Bridget another charging station. Don't worry. If you're a Bridget fan, don't worry, we got this. So we need a current. Oh, there it is. Now I need a straight one going up there. And there. Then we just do that. We can automatically build this connector because I already have the pieces for it. So now we need okay, we got that. We're gonna go ahead and plug that in. And this will allow Rosie to be able to pick up different things. Now, one thing I probably do need to do is on Rosie, I need to build a camera. So, we need a camera on Rosie. Just so that we can kind of keep an eye on what exactly it is she's doing. And I think putting that camera right about there would be a good idea. Now the Rosie drone is nice and charging. She was almost out of battery too. Ooh. That could have been really bad. So yeah, now we have a Rosie drone. Next thing, we gotta get a Charlie drone, which is basically a combat drone. But we'll do that another episode. I think right now we've done really good with Rosie. The face is a little too pink for me though, so maybe make it a darker color. Ooh, purple looks nice, but also so does blue. So we'll go with blue. Blue is for Rosie. Rosie is the blue one. So let's check her antenna as well. Show ship name, the Rosie drone. Perfect. So, that's pretty cool. We now have a welding drone that we can use whenever we need to, which is absolutely great. I should probably test her out at some point, just to see what she can do. So let's do that. Let's actually do a little bit of a test. Let's get about 200 steel plates made real quick, just while she's charging up. Speak of, how are Rosie's batteries doing? Where are they at? Fully recharged in 12 minutes. It's gonna take a while. But I think it'd be fun to see what Rosie can do. So we'll give her a moment and we'll test her out here in just a second. And you see, if I don't want to load her up like this, I can just come over here and let me go to the control panel and rename this Rosie Cargo. Good. Rosie camera. Rosie connector. Let's see. Rosie welder. 1. Rosie welder. And you see, I've actually named it Rosie Riveters. That's what the welders are, because I would suppose she's a riveting machine. Alright. How charged are you? Still not much. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's load about 200 and... yeah, 202 up into there. Now, I could set this to run on its own. That would be perfectly fine. But I don't have it following any set path yet, and I can't really control its path, not without some amount of finagling. So it's not automatic yet, but I will figure that part out. I really want to get it lined up to where it can just go around and around and around and do a ton of welding, but I'll have to like go in, delete paths, and make new paths as it goes. But we will do a little preliminary test here in just a second. I want to give Rosie enough time to charge, so I'll be right back after Rosie charges. Alright, I think Rosie might be charged up enough for a test flight. We are gonna test that though. So let's see if we can... we can't take charge of Rosie until we turn her batteries back on, so... let's get Rosie's batteries and set them to auto. And let's take control of Rosie. Well, we have to do everything else first. So let's turn Rosie's thrust on. And get Rosie's connector disconnected. Okay. So now let's take control of Rosie. And let's go ahead and do this. We do have some steel plates on us. So let's go see what we can do. I want to see if we can actually do this. Ooh, a little rough on the slide landing there. But let's see it. Looking very good. All right, nice. Nice. So let's go and park Rosie. Rosie's first test is complete. All right, turn off thruster. Wait, 5, lock, thrusters, then batteries. And now we go back to taking control of good old me. So good. Good. Rosie does very well. And let's check the quality of work. Every single plate was utilized. Very nice. So it's gonna be neat being able to control Rosie like that. I think she's gonna need a little bit more in the way of side control and forward and back control, but other than that, pretty cool. I think we did pretty good. So, we now have a remote control drone, but the problem is we don't want it to stay remote control forever, which is why I've got the AI blocks in it, and it should be able to follow a path that I set for it eventually. Now, the only thing left to do is to go and have a look at our handiwork for the day. So far we've accomplished refueling with hydrogen. We've built a wind farm, which is absolutely great for power production. We've done a little bit of work on the factory. We built the Rosie drone, which is by far one of the better things that we've done today. Probably the crowning achievement of today is the Rosie drone. And I think we are gonna do pretty good with that. So I just want to thank everybody for watching, and if you have stayed until the end, thank you so much. Just a special thank you to you. If you're enjoying the content, feel free to drop a comment, like, or even subscribe to the channel if you think you want to see more of it. I'm always glad to have you here. But in the meantime, this has been Doc, signing off.